Hello and welcome. Today we will be talking about what is a potentiometer, how to connect one to an Arduino board, and explain the code for the potentiometer. A potentiometer is an electronic component that functions as a variable resistor. By turning the knob, the resistance between the first and third pins changes, allowing you to control the voltage that flows through the middle pin. Potentiometers are commonly used in electronic circuits to control the amount of voltage or current in a circuit, and can be used to adjust the brightness of an LED, the volume of an amplifier, or the speed of a motor, among other things. A potentiometer consists of a resistive element, a conductive wiper, and 3 pins. The resistive element is typically a circular or linear track made of a resistive material, such as carbon or metal. The wiper is a conductive material, usually a small metal piece, that can slide along the resistive track. This makes potentiometers very useful in electronic circuits. Let's take a closer look at how a potentiometer can be used to control the brightness of an LED. Here, we have a potentiometer and an LED connected to a breadboard. The first and third pins of the potentiometer are connected to the power and ground rails of the breadboard, while the middle pin is connected to analog input pin, A0, on a microcontroller. The LED is connected to digital output pin, 9, on the microcontroller, with a 470 ohm resistor in series. After you have connected the components, you will need a code to run it. Here is an example code you can use for this circuit. In the first box, it shows an Arduino program that connects an LED to a potentiometer, allowing the LED's brightness to be controlled by adjusting the potentiometer. Here's what each line of code does. The first line, int LED pin equals 9, initializes an integer variable LED pin and assigns the value 9 to it. This means that pin 9 on the Arduino board is connected to the LED. The second line, int pot pin equals A0, initializes another integer variable pot pin and assigns the value A0 to it. This means that pin A0 on the Arduino board is connected to the potentiometer. The third line, int brightness equals 0, initializes an integer variable brightness and assigns the value 0 to it. This variable will be used to store the current brightness level of the LED. The fourth line, void setup, pin mode, LED pin, output, is part of the setup function, which runs once when the Arduino is powered on or reset. This line sets the mode of LED pin to output, which means that it will be used to output a voltage that can turn on the LED. In the second box, it shows the loop function. The loop function is the main function in the Arduino program that runs repeatedly after the setup function has completed. In this code snippet, the loop function contains 2 statements that control the brightness of the LED based on the position of the potentiometer wiper. Brightness equals map, analog read, pot pin, 0, 1023, 0, 255, reads the value of the potentiometer wiper position from the analog pin pot pin using the analog read function. The value read by analog read is between 0 and 1023, but the analog write function used later in the code expects a value between 0 and 255. The map function is used to scale the value read by analog read to the range between 0 and 255, and the result is stored in the brightness variable. Analog write, LED pin, brightness, sets the brightness of the LED connected to the LED pin to the value of brightness using the analog write function. The analog write function outputs a pulse width modulation, PWM, signal to the pin, which varies the voltage to the LED, and thus the brightness of the LED. In summary, the result is a program that allows the user to adjust the brightness of an LED by turning the knob of a potentiometer. The brightness of the LED changes in real time as the user adjusts the potentiometer. Overall, potentiometers are versatile components that can be used in a wide variety of electronic applications. They come in different sizes and shapes and with different resistance values and power ratings. If you're interested in electronics, it's a good idea to become familiar with potentiometers and how to use them. Thanks for watching.